morning children. Welcome back to the social science class. Today we will start the chapter The Land of Snow and Ice, Greenland. The land of snow and ice, also known as the frigid zone, is permanently covered with ice and is frozen throughout the year. There are two frigid zones, one in the northern hemisphere and the other in the southern hemisphere. The north frigid zone lies between the Arctic Circle and the North Pole, and the south frigid zone lies between the Antarctic Circle and the South Pole. The northern and southern limits of the frigid zones are the North Pole and the South Pole respectively. We will discuss about Greenland. Greenland is an island country. The island of Greenland lies near the North Pole. Its northernmost point is just 650 km from the North Pole. Greenland is the world's largest island. Which is the world's largest island? Greenland is the world's largest island. Most of the time, it is buried under a thick sheet of ice. Due to this, the settlement is restricted to the coastal areas because most of the time it is covered with a thick sheet of ice. So, the settlement is restricted to the coastal areas. There are very few large towns in Greenland. Inuits, the native people of Greenland, call the island Kalalit Nunat, which means the land of the people. Inuits call the island Kalalit Nunat, which means land of the people. Nuuk is the capital of Greenland. Which is the capital of Greenland? Nuuk is the capital of Greenland. Nuuk was earlier called Gotha. Nuuk was earlier called Gotha, which is also the largest town of Greenland. Nuuk is also the largest town of Greenland. Our next topic is geography. Greenland has an area of about 21,75,000 square kilometers. More than two-thirds of the island is located in the north of the Arctic Circle. It is a part of Denmark. Greenland is a part of Denmark. The nearest European country to Greenland is Iceland. Greenland's most important physical feature is its huge ice sheet. The ice sheet covers more than 80% of Greenland's total land area. The average thickness of the ice is about 1,500 meters. The snow is squeezed together into ice layers. These ice layers push outwards towards the sea. The large sheets of ice that move slowly are called glaciers. What are glaciers? The large sheets of ice that move slowly are called glaciers. Near the coast, huge chunks of ice break off from the glacier. And these ice chunks flow into the sea as icebergs. What are icebergs? In short, we can say large chunks of ice that break off from a glacier and flow out to sea are called icebergs. What are icebergs? Large chunks of ice that break off from a glacier and flow out to sea are called icebergs. These icebergs pose danger to the ships that sail through this region as they are not seen due to thick fog and they keep moving and melting. Most part of the icebergs remains underwater and as a result ships may collide and be wrecked. Our next topic is the climate of Greenland? The climate of Greenland is Arctic, which means freezing cold. Snowstorms called blizzards are a common feature. Blizzards means a severe snowstorm with high winds. Blizzards means a severe snowstorm with high winds. So, snowstorms called blizzards are a common feature in Greenland. These storms start and come very suddenly. The winters are long and dark. The sun does not rise above the horizon. The sun is not seen for several days. Hence, there are days of continuous darkness. There is heavy snowfall in the region. The summers are cool with an average temperature of 7 degrees Celsius or below all through the island. The weather is bright and sunny, especially in the coastal areas. In summers, the sun does not set even at midnight. This happens for months together. Therefore, this area is called the land of the midnight sun. Our next topic is the plants and animals of Greenland. Greenland is covered with ice and its cold climate does not allow vegetation to thrive. Plants can grow only some parts of the island. The vegetation consists mostly of grasses, mosses, lichens, small shrubs and trees. Plant life is very short. Very few trees are found here. These trees are stunted, which means they cannot able to grow properly here. These trees cannot able to grow properly because of the thick ice. These trees are stunted. Most of them bear berries that are an important source of food for animals. In summer, herbs grow in some places. In the spring season, we can see some flowers blooming. The summers as well as spring seasons are very short in Greenland, but the winters are long and dark. As there are no forests, the wood is brought from other countries. Animals with a thick fur survive well in Greenland. Polar bears and reindeers roam around the island. The reindeer has flat feet that help it to run fast. It also has a waterproof coat to protect itself from snow. Other animals include musk oxen, Arctic foxes, snow hares, and the rodents called lemmings. Seals and whales live in the icy cold waters. Huskies are the wolf-like dogs. They are used for hunting and for pulling sledges. Our next topic is people and culture. That we will discuss in our next class. Let's recall the points once again. The land of snow and ice is also known as the frigid zone, is permanently covered with the ice and is frozen throughout the year. North frigid zone lies between the Arctic Circle and the North Pole, and South frigid zone lies between the Antarctic Circle and the South Pole. Greenland is the world's largest island. Nuuk is the capital of Greenland. Nuuk was earlier called Gotha. The climate of Greenland is Arctic, which means freezing cold. Inuits are the native people of Greenland and they were earlier called Eskimos. Okay children, all of you should read your textbook and complete your notes. We will see next time. Thank you children.